All right, good morning, everyone. October 19th, 2021, 8:19 a.m. All right, this is me, but we don't need to see me because it's about you and the charts and the movement and momentum. What are the setups for today? So let's welcome to the morning brew. Let's see what's brewing and let's get going. All right, let's see if we can do this in 10 minutes. All right, so we're looking at S&P 500. Wow, 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 wow. Look at this move. Look at this move to a T. We bounced off the 50-day moving average yesterday at 44.51, and it looks like we're going to open higher today. We're going to definitely open higher today. So let me see where we're at. Charts. Okay, so yeah. We are definitely going to open up a little higher. E-minis. Futures are at 44.98 currently. We closed at 44.88. That puts us above 4,500 target met. So, guys, this is amazing, amazing, amazing. The numbers that we have up here, we have 44.09. Let me see if I can get this little open. All right. So what's going down here? So the 50-day moving average is right at this 44.73. We have a whole bunch of earnings coming up, and let's see how the market reacts to it moving forward. I think that's pretty positive. But the MACDs are pulling back. It's telling me that this swing is coming back. But things can change. Things can pop. We can get a nice pop here. Normally, what I see here on the hourly charts, normally what happens, and I called this yesterday, is that how many people missed this rally already? Because things are gapping up today. So are they going to get in and pop this thing up and push it higher? More likely, I believe so. But don't chase. You guys don't chase. We're not FOMO traders. Let other people be FOMO traders. Right now, we want to wait for it to come to the 50. Let's see if the MACDs turn. Let it come back. Let it pull back. I think we're going to open up higher and then probably pull back. So keep that in mind. Upside numbers, we're looking at 4509 and 4551. Okay. NASDAQ, tech is back. I called this last week. I said this is a bull rally. Boom, boom, boom. As you can see clearly. And tech had a little bounce here yesterday off the 50-day moving average. Not ideal, what we like to see for a conviction buy. Hey, but we'll take it. We will definitely take that. As you can tell, we're probably going to open up higher today. So we have SPS going back. It's probably going to gap up. Watch it. It's probably going to pull back. No FOMO trading. Okay. All right. So now Russell is weaker than both. Goldman Sachs is on a tear. Guys, put Goldman Sachs on your screen. If Goldman Sachs is green, SPX is not going red. X Goldman's green, XPX not red. All right, keep that in mind. Words to live by. All right, Russell. Russell, it looks like we're trying to base here. It's basing. We haven't really. Again, we had a nice boom rally. Remember from last week, it's just consolidating. Let's see what happens. Let's see if this thing can get going. If it can break above today's highs and break this 50, let's see if this thing reverses, or is it going to come down? Is it going to come down when these things come down? Because I think these are going to gap up and pull back a little bit. Not that we're going bearish, it's just pull back. All right, look at Alphabet Go. We set this up yesterday, and it's gapping up higher, exactly how I said it was going to do. It's probably going to pull back. Remember, Google is going to announce earnings next week, but Google is gone. So if you probably have a nice little double, triple on that one. I know I definitely do, but nice little. We had a breakout yesterday, nice bounce, and it's gone. Do not chase it. Remember, it's probably gonna pull back, lock in those gains, make that money. All right, Amazon. Amazon looks great. We seen a little bit of weakness here, but Amazon popped yesterday, so you had a quick profit right there. We called that out yesterday. You had these upward numbers here that I stated. You had this 34.41, which is hit. It's kind of stalling there. You have another number up here. You have to watch it. Let me see if I can make this smaller. It's this 34.95. So those are the levels up there. But Amazon's looking weaker. It's coming back to the 50. Let's see how it reacts there. Let's see if everything pulls back. And if it holds there, they could be setting up for another pop into earnings. Now, they're going to run it up into earnings. Remember, their earnings is next week. Tesla, look at Tesla go, 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 go. This thing is just unbelievable. There was no clear entry yesterday unless you wanted to take this, but it's not near the 50. It's probably going to come near the 50. Are they going to run up Tesla to 900? Think about it. If the SPX goes up, if Goldman Sachs goes up, I wouldn't be surprised this thing runs to 900. There's going to be a lot of FOMO buyers, coming into the market right now, and they're going to drive this thing up. But basically, I'm at the step saying basically. Let's wait to the 50-day moving average. It's pulling back. We're seeing weakness, right? So this is probably coming to the end. Let's wait to see what transpires there. They do announce earnings this week. So be careful there. If you made your money, congratulations. This is amazing. All right. Look at ISRG go. ISRG gone, gone, gone. Again, just knowing numbers, we said let it drop, let it base. ISRG is still good. Doesn't mean that it's bearish. But look where it dropped to. It dropped to these levels, 323. The MACDs showed you fresh set of MACDs. Remember, we take trades from the 50 away, or you can take trades back to the 50. There were so many good trades yesterday that I didn't take this trade, but you could have taken the setup was there, going back to the 50, and then yesterday at the close, it was breaking out. Now, if it holds this area here of 333, this thing could keep going, but we're pretty far away from the 50, but congratulations. Now, remember, our goal here is just to make money, get your base hits. The goal is not to hit home runs. If you get a home run, amazing. But basically, just to start off, man, we got to declare those wins. You need small wins. Small wins. Let me help you with that. The small wins, you're going to take it from the 50, lock in those small wins. Can you get the 10%? Remember, we discussed 10% in the beginning of the year. This is the system. Let's get 10%. What if you start $1,000, get a 10% trade, and then accumulate that trade, lock those in, and do it 72 times? You do the math. Tell me where you end up if you're able to get 10% per trade 72 times. Think about it. All right, let's move on. Chipotle is right there. Chipotle is remember, they're announcing earnings. Domino's came out and they said basically that another word, gotta stop saying basically. Okay, so Domino's came out and they stated that they could not get enough employees to work. Now, is Chipotle going to say the same? Is there supply issues down the line? So I think investors are a little bit weary of driving this thing up, even though they did a good job of driving it. If we look here off the 1776, good year, but we do have some headwinds up here that we have to take out. So 1871, there's another one up here, 1882. Remember, Chipotle, 1882. That's a big one. But we could rally here. Again, if we're just taking the trades off the 50, there was a trade there. This is textbook. I want you to remember this one. Off the 50, bounce off the zero line. What I mean by zero, momentum is picking up. So we picked up this hit and then had a second win off the 50. MACD's a ton. Fresh set of MACDs. You want to get into here. You don't want to get in here. This is a FOMO trade unless it bounces. But we're not at the 50. So that's a FOMO trade, right? It can go higher. Let it go higher. It'll come back to the 50. All right, let's move on. What do we have here? MicroStrategy going sideways. This is with Bitcoin. So wherever Bitcoin is at, MicroStrategy would trade with it. The news of the ETF on Bitcoin came out. And Bitcoin right now is sitting at 62,000. It's a little top heavy for me right now, Bitcoin. So with that being said, 62,000. I would like to see Bitcoin pull back. There's a lot of FOMO buying right now. So I think MicroStrategy is probably getting ready to pull back, but watch it. I think if it takes out this 757, it probably can go up there, but watch it up there because if this trade goes from there to there, it could pull back. Okay, but we're getting fresh out of MACDs. Off to zero is probably going to go there, but if this goes there and this goes to zero and bounces, it's probably going to come down. So just be wary of that. All right, Shopify, gone. Shopify, we called this yesterday at the open. We've been calling Shopify like crazy, but look at this. Boom, 10%. Now, I wouldn't chase it. It's going to gap up. It's looking like weakness, and I think that overall, I think it needs to pull back a little bit. I'm not saying it's bearish. It just needs a little bit of pullback. I don't want you to buy at the height of this thing. That's a terrible feeling. Netflix comes out with earnings. Earnings coming up. Now, rumor is Netflix is going to split. So, is Netflix going to split? I have no idea. But I do know that if we got this trade, we got another entry here. Textbook, bounced fresh out of MACDs, broke the 50 and gone. Went up to the highs. And again, this is like trading to the highs. You're not getting home runs. You're just going for a 10% trade. But look where we're at. We're at that 638, 637. Showing some weakness. Let's see what happens. Are they going to run it up before earnings? Keep watching that, because if they do, that could be a nice trade. But wait for the setup. All right, Roku was a home run hit. It was great. We called this out yesterday in the morning. It looks amazing. I gave you the levels in the chat. Right now, we're showing some weakness. Let it pull back. Could this be setting up for another trade? Ooh, yes. All right, so let's wait. We're seeing the MACDs pull back. Let it pull back. Let it pull back, and let's see what happens here. If we get a bounce and a bounce off the 50, that could be another entry. But we're waiting for the MACDs. We do not buy calls when the MACDs are going down. Another words to live by. Write that down. We do not buy calls when the MACDs are going down. All right. NVIDIA. We called this one out yesterday. Look, it's gapping up open. We called this one at the 50. Fresh out of MACDs. Another home run. Another banger. Again, now who announces earnings? We have LRC. ASML is tomorrow, and LRCX announced it today after market. Why these guys are important? Well, these guys sell to the chip manufacturers. These are the companies that sell the parts to the chip makers. So you can't make chips without these guys. These guys sell the things to make the chips with, or the components. So if these guys guide up, that means that NVIDIA and all these guys are doing well. That's how the market's going to translate it. And we could see a pop in the NVIDIA, AMAT, and those companies. All right, so keep an eye on them. And all right, Mercado Libre. This was a beautiful rally. It is pulling back. Let's see us pull back. We are a little bit of top heavy. We hit this 1606, like we said we did, and it's a hard number. That's pretty hard, so it's probably gonna stall. Let's see what happens. But if it breaks 1606, it's gonna run again. But I think the overall market is going to pull back a little bit. Now, Apple. Look at Apple run. Apple, great news on Apple. This was a trade that we took yesterday too. First set of MACDs, broke to 50, and it is gone. Now, Apple doesn't move. It moves a little weird. So you have to buy, if you're going to buy options, you have to buy your options, your strategy a little bit closer to the money, because these don't move as fast, but you have a home run right now. You have Apple opening up a little higher. Look at Apple go. Again, we're seeing a little bit of weakness. There's probably going to be a pullback. Let's see how it happens at the 50, around 146. And remember, the MACDs are starting to turn. Anything can happen at the open. Oil. Oil is OICH. OIH is moving. We have a high here of 229. Again, I think what's going to get OIH going is we need the oils to start announcing, the oil companies start announcing earnings, come out with positive news, and that's coming up. It's coming up. So if they come up with earnings, I think OIH goes higher. Right now, I think it's waiting on news. But it's just trading within this range right now. But there is demand at 222, and there is supply at 229 right now. All right, we have some good news here. Goldman Sachs, look at Goldman fly. Goldman's gone. Right there, you had an entry yesterday, and it's gone. There you go. It looks like it wants to go higher. We're going to watch Goldman overall market, but it looks like it probably wants to pop a little higher. Affirm. Well, look at this. Was another home run. Broke, bam. This is textbook. We have this level here, 159. We're at the 50. Is it going to go higher, or is it going to break down? MACDs are telling me it's going to go down. Watch this one early. Let's see what happens here. This could be a potential setup for today. Again, we need the MACDs to turn and this to bounce. But we have a high here at 159. We're currently at 157. But a firm can move. These moves are extremely volatile if you go back. But we're a little top heavy right now. I would like to see this pull back a little bit. To be honest with you, I like to see this pull back a little bit. All right. Upstart. Look at Upstart goes, guys. You have to watch Upstart. You have to watch momentum. If you watch momentum, you watch the premiums. They don't lie. Now this move right here, we had a nice fresh out of MACDs back to the 50. We got to the 50 and we broke out. So this is a little bounce here, and look where we ended up to. We ended up right here. That's a nice trade right there, and boom, you're off to the races. We have this high right here. They have to look at 402. That's pretty hard. There was a lot of supply there. Now let's go in. Now the news with Upstart is that Warren Buffett's company Berkshire Hathaway just purchased these guys. So these guys are rallying. This is who was buying yesterday. So watch the news, watch the tape. The tape doesn't lie. Okay. All right, we have Hubspot. Hubspot, I'm liking this thing. Yesterday there was an official entry. I didn't take it, but I did like this entry and I like this breakout. These are the setups that I look. Remember, these setups, if you train your eyes to see them, you'll see them over and over and over again. Be patient, be picky, be choosy, and again, trade them fast. Again, we're just looking for a nice little trade, but we had a nice bounce here. Boom, off to the races. Now, why did I look at HubSpot? Because this thing moves. Remember, 790 to previous resistance, that's 800. You got 10 points. And can you get 10 points? Yeah, you could get 10 points in about an hour, 2 hours, right? But out of those 10 points, what are we looking for? 10%. Can you get that sooner? Absolutely. All right, that's all I have, guys. This is what's setting up. Right now, today's really about, I have maybe 3 on deck right now that I'm looking at. But really, I'm just going to manage my positions. I'm probably going to get out and close out a lot of my positions that I'm in because they're gapped up. All right, guys, go get it. And stay tuned for lunchtime. Lunchtime, we'll probably have some better setups there. And that's all we got. All right, guys. Do me a favor. If you like this content, you like my setups, I'm giving you pre-market. Do me a favor. Press that like button. Press the notification so you'll be notified every time I post up my setups. And leave me a comment. Hate me, love me. If you did take some trades and you got green this week, let me know in those comments and share this information. Let's all live an abundant life. All right, guys. Take care and peace and love.